maybe I'll show the rest of the stuff that I got. So in Diddy news, yep, there's some more Diddy news. Diddy's chef has come out and made a kind of a controversial statement. And I didn't watch the whole thing because, again, like I've said before, I like to react to it live with you guys. And let's watch this.
Sean Combs' physical assault while I was employed by him. As someone who was a witness to the abuse towards Cassandra Ventura Fine during my time of working for Sean Combs, I would just like to say that this is a grave miscarriage of justice. And I would like to also address that last year on March 20th, I was contacted by the federal government. They showed up at my door with badges. I refused to speak to them because I was, as one of the actual,
sorry, it's in pieces,
about that visit from the feds. Terrified is actually an understatement. By April 11th of 2024, I was being contacted by Sean Combs' initial lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I have a voicemail that he left and text messages stating that Mr. Combs was aware of the visit from the government and that they would like to extend to cover my legal fees. These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness tampering. I was supposed to testify this year on May 20th. I was in New York. It was announced. It was on CNN that I was supposed to be testifying, and I was pulled because I flipped out on the government. These are also facts. I want to be very clear. I did submit my own letter to the judge. I stand by everything that I said. I knew that he beat Cassie Ventura Fine in 2009. I know that she was dragged from the vehicle, okay? I know that I saw her 2 days later at the London hotel when me and one of his assistants brought her a bag, okay? This was a miscarriage of justice.
Yep.
And beyond any of this, I don't really have anything more to say. And I really don't know where to go from here. Just know that I am terrified and I am traumatized. And it's honestly, I did submit my own letter.
That's where she ends it. She ends it right there. Yeah, so she was supposed to be called as a witness, and it's unclear of why she didn't testify. She said that she went ham on the government. I don't know what she could have done. But she did do a response to this video because she had so much negative response from everyone because of this video. She did do a response to that video. So let's watch that, and then we'll react. Hold on. We're not going to have another I can't hear this moment.
I know that it's been very confusing to see my initial post about my reaction to the verdict and me saying that I was afraid. And I'd like to explain that, yes, being contacted by the federal government is terrifying. The fact that their visit happens on March 20th, and by April 4th, really, I was made aware that Sean Combs already knew about that visit, even though I declined to speak to the feds when they came. That's why I was served with the grand jury subpoena. So my thing is everyone's like, oh, that's not witness tampering, that his lawyers were trying to pay your legal fees. Now riddle me this. If someone has assaulted you in the past and they threatened your life because you know about them brutally assaulting the person that they are with, that's at the center of the case, why would you be offering to pay my legal fees? Riddle me that, okay? And I wasn't responding. So there are text messages, and I do have voicemails from that lawyer too, because they were trying to reach me. Now, in the interim of me not responding, my car was mysteriously broken into. It's a smash and grab in this city, but my car, the alarm system was disabled, and the contents of my glove compartment and my middle console, everything that was identifying me was taken out and neatly placed on my passenger seat like a serial killer. And I immediately filed a police report and stated in that police report that the feds were at my house 2 weeks before, and that I believe that this was witness tampering and intimidation. And I still do believe it. So for everyone saying, oh,
I mean, we can't discount it, right? You can't discount that that wasn't witness tampering and intimidation. Or her car just got broken into, you know, it's if she feels that it was, then it was, you know, regardless if he was responsible for it or not. Now he can't get charged with it because there's really no proof that it was, but if that's how she feels about it, then, you know, then she feels intimidated.
Oh, he's not thinking about you. Oh, he's not going to do anything to you. Oh, nothing's going to happen to you. Oh,
no, he's
you're
thinking
being
about
dumb
everyone.
because now you're saying where you're at. He knows where I'm at. He been knew where the fuck I was at. So there's those details. And maybe that's the only thing where anything to do with me and I have to say is alleged, because I don't have proof that he made people do that. And I believe that he did because he wanted to control my interview with the government. Like Jane. What else?
Like Jane, because Jane's lawyer was paid by Diddy, her, which I don't understand all that. That's all confusing to me. I was going to research it a little bit more so I could make sense of all of it, but
all these men that are stepping up now and that are saying, oh, you know, it was just a little prostitution. Oh, it was just a little this. Oh, it was just a little drugs. If you have to pump people full of drugs for them to participate in sexual activities that you want to do, that is coercion. And I don't think that they wanted to do it. And for multiple women over decades to have said that he raped them, I believe them. I know Cassie. She said it happened. I believe her. I know Mia. She said it happened. I believe her. Kat, my friend, said it happened. I believe her. And in some of the documentaries, there's a common thread. None of these women had spoke to each other. You want to know what the common thread is? Is that his eyes turned black and he looked like a demon. And so I believe that he was doing these things when he was out of his mind because he was a drug addict.
Or possessed.
Because he was a drug addict. He is a drug addict. Yeah. And
not
so
excusing it, but
the verbal abuse and tantrums that us employees that were dealing with him quietly and silently were due to his drug abuse because he was a fucking drug addict, a high functioning drug addict. And then it's like, oh, why are you guys saying something now? And because I can now. Because I can now. And you know what? And I just don't care no more. And he's getting away with everything that he's done for decades. for decades. And all of these men that keep trying to pacify the behavior, y'all are predators too. So if you gotta pump women full of drugs.
Absolutely. If you sympathize with Diddy and he got what he deserved, he didn't deserve the rest, then yeah, you're a predator too in my eyes too. So I totally agree with her there. Absolutely. And I think most everyone in the at least in this community does too. Maybe we've got about 1,000 new subscribers this week, guys. So the community is gonna change a little bit. And the people that don't want to participate in love and kindness, will weed them out, as we go. So the numbers might go up and down. I don't really care about that, but I definitely want to keep the community safe. When I hear statements like, that, like Eloise said, this chat isn't good for me now, that hurts my feelings. And she didn't hurt my feelings in a bad way. It hurts my feelings that I can't protect the community and make it feel like a safe space for everybody. I see Grumpy Grandpa here, George Floyd, the crackhead, prime example. Wow, were these people not called for witnesses? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Sherry, why wasn't she called? She was there, she was on the list to be called, and they weren't called. So, I can easily come up with a conspiracy to why that didn't happen, and maybe that conspiracy is true or not. Thank you, Sherry, for no hateful comments at all. We'll give warnings, but if they're hateful, then you might get a timeout. I just leave it to the mods to decide. You won't be banned. No one will be banned unless it's a racist, hateful comment or a homophobic comment. Danette, I see you, Danette. What's up? Do you think the feds will charge Diddy with any other crime? I absolutely do. There's definitely I'm saying this is fact. There's definitely going to be a superseding indictment. So all the people that are cheering for Diddy and are thinking that he got away with something, or that they feel like he wasn't guilty of something, he's still going to get his. He's still in jail. They're not letting him out. Because I think, in my opinion, that there's going to be superseding indictments, and that there will be a lot more charges filed. And that's probably why they're saving these witnesses. Look where I stopped that video at. I did not mean to do that. I'm going to screenshot that. That's pretty good. Oh, I messed up. There we go. So funny. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on in this chat? I'm not cheering for Diddy, but I think all of them were involved for the money. I mean, we just don't know where. We just Frederick Hayes says, I'm not cheering for Diddy, but I think all of them were involved for the money. Well, but we just don't know where trauma bonding starts and greed starts, or wanting to be famous starts. I am, in my opinion, in this case, of everything that I know, and just my history, and of being around so many people in the system with criminals, and then also having so many friends who've experienced trauma, including myself. We just don't know where trauma bonding starts, and you know, their desire for money and fame ends or starts. You know what I mean? We just don't know. And but that there's even, if there's even a little bit of trauma bonding there, then they are victims, period, end of story. It's just too bad that the jury didn't understand that. And you know, from what I've heard, the jurors' comments that I've heard so far, they've been pretty ignorant. You know, that they're too black and white. They're too I get it. They could only go on the evidence that they had before them. It's just too bad that they couldn't present evidence of the trauma bonding that these women had. It's just, you know, it's our system. It's the way it works. We have to accept the bad with the good. So let's just, we won't talk about that anymore. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the Chatty-O chat. Hi, guys. How's it going? Hey, Jimena, how are you doing? It's got some heated topics today. We are going to talk about a little bit later this afternoon. I'm going to do a part 2 for today of Alan Jackson has a new client. And when I find out more about that client, I'm gonna talk about it today. But I heard it's exciting.